Hey guys, what's up? It's me Albert and welcome to another video, episode, blog, vlog, educational, tutorial, teaching, preaching, whatever you want to call it, of ACAST. I hope that everyone out there is having a safe, great, and healthy day, and of course, as always, that you are spreading love, peace, and kindness to everyone around you. Now today, as always, we are going to be talking about something that everyone in the world can relate to. If you listen to my last podcast, I talked about understanding patience and how to kind of really deal with issues that you may be having with patience. And if you don't know anything about my podcast, check the description box below and I will leave a link directly to my podcast. But guys, in today's video, I want to be talking about 10 ways to help you stay calm under pressure. I know it's something that everybody can relate to, everybody can really learn something from, so if you want to listen to it and hear about it, stay tuned. And welcome back. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. I hope that every video that I put up or episode of podcast that I put up, I hope that it is really helping people and touching people in a way. And my goal of when I made ACAST was to at least help one person to become stronger in their relationship with God, to help them find God, just to help them be a happier and better person. I try to always make videos in which everyone can relate to because myself, I've been through a lot of really crazy and bad situations in my life, and I've spoke about them before. I've never really went into detail. Maybe that's a video that I'll do one day. I'm still praying about it, about all the bad situations that have happened in my life. But the videos and podcasts and things like that I try to put up are things that I know that I relate to, that help me in some kind of way, and I hope that they help you as well. So if my videos are helping you and you feel like there's someone out there that they can help, I try to always make videos in which everyone can relate to because myself, I've been through a lot of really crazy and bad situations in my life, and I've spoke about them before. I've never really went into detail. Maybe that's a video that I'll do one day. I'm still praying about it, about all the bad situations that have happened in my life. But the videos and podcasts and things like that I try to put up are things that I know that I relate to, that help me in some kind of way, and I hope that they help you as well. So if my videos are helping you and you feel like there's someone out there that they can help, send it to them. And hey, maybe I can make another difference in someone's life. But guys, today's episode, I'm going to be focusing on top 10 strategies that will help you stay calm under pressure. And all of today's information I got from the Huffington Post. I will leave a link in the description to this particular article that I read to do my research on. I know for a fact that we all are under pressure, whether we are working, whether we're staying at home, no matter what it is that we're doing, we're all dealing with pressure, whether it's with family, it's with coworkers, it's within yourself, it's within your spirituality, whether you're having issues with your religion or anything. No matter what it is, we all are dealing with some kind of pressure in some way. And so according to the Huffington Post, there are 10 great ways to really help you to stay calm under pressure. And the first way is to simply just be grateful. Countless research demonstrates that people who are grateful for the positive things in their lives have lower cortisol levels, the hormone associated with stress. Researchers at the University of California demonstrated that people who felt gratitude had increased energy, positive moods, and an overall healthy sense of well-being. If you begin your day feeling calm, it will be easier to stay calm throughout the rest of the day. That's absolutely wonderful. I'll absolutely agree with that. Being grateful. Every night before I go to bed, I thank God for every single blessing He has blessed me with. And I'm so grateful for every single thing I have. I'm so grateful for the small things like the clothes that I'm wearing, my phone, my car, my job, the food that I have in our cabinets, the drinks, the underwear, the socks, every single thing you need to be thankful for and be grateful for that you have. If you have a job, be thankful for it, because there are so many people out there who do not have a job, who would do absolutely anything to have a job and to have a steady source of income. So just thank Him for all the small things that you have. Just look around your room. Take a minute, look around your room. I have a cup collection. I'm thankful for my cup collection. I have a wonderful microphone. I'm thankful for my microphone. I have a clock. I'm thankful for my TV. I'm thankful. Every single thing you have is a blessing from God. I've told you this before. Be thankful for it and be grateful. And if you wake up every morning thanking God for, first of all, being able to breathe and be alive, to wake up and be able to start your day, and to thank Him for everything that you have, your friends, your family, your loved ones, everything, and all the small things like I mentioned. First things first, be grateful. The second thing is to think positively. When you're under pressure, if you can think of a positive situation or thought, it will distract your brain from dwelling on the negativity of the stressful situation, which often feeds on itself, creating a circular doom and gloom case scenario in your brain. Thinking positive thoughts allows your brain to keep stress in check by shifting its attention to a stress-free zone in our brain. According to William James, a wonderful quote, I've heard this quote before, but I'm going to let you hear it again. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. Thinking positively. Love it. Absolutely love that. I am that person who tries to be positive about every situation. I am the optimist. I am the person who says the glass is half full instead of half empty. If you think positive, whenever you wake up, you get ready for work, take a shower, whatever you're doing, put on your makeup, fix your hair, whatever it is you do, and you walk out the day, you just like, God, it's such a beautiful, even if it's 95 degrees and the humidity is 98%, God, it's such a beautiful day. Look at the beautiful sky, the clouds, the trees, the sounds of wherever you live. I live in a country, so when I go out, I hear, bugs, birds, dogs, all of that. It's just go out and just think positive. God, it's such a beautiful day. It's going to be an amazing day today. And it's scientifically proven if you just smile and think positive thoughts like that, it will eventually help you become more positive and a happier person. Step 3. Go off the grid. And this really relates to a video that I wanted to do for a while. And let me give you a little backstory. Get off the grid, of course, that means just like get away, separate yourself from everything. And it means, alright, so I was watching a video the other day, and if you are like an avid YouTube watcher, and have you ever watched any of the videos that are about the beauty gurus, like Shane Dawson, he's not really a beauty guru, but Jeffree Star, Tati Westbrook, James Charles, all of those who are, in the beauty guru world, there's always so much drama and so much negativity in that whole environment. So I just quit watching it. I don't wear makeup, obviously, but I think the people who do I like art, and people who do makeup and do it just spectacularly, I think that is an artwork. Same thing with tattoos. I love watching people do tattoos because I believe tattoo work is such an artwork. And people who are good at it and people who are passionate about it, I love watching it. But I seen a video the other day talking about there's this channel that completely covers all the drama that goes on in the beauty guru world, and they were talking about one of the quotes that they said that really stuck to me to this day. I watched this like 2-3 weeks ago, and I still haven't forgot the quote that says, "If all this drama from watching the beauty guru world gets to you, step blah 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 blah, step back, take back." I'm like, if that is your life, that you are so caught up in watching other people's drama on YouTube, whether it's beauty gurus or whether you're on Facebook or Instagram, social media, going through other people, and you just get caught up in all the drama, number 3, getting off the grid is an amazing idea and concept. Getting off the grid, the way the Huffington Post describes it is being just shutting off your cell phone, separating yourself from social media. And I'll read to you what they say. They say, I know, it's really hard to shut off your cell phone. Pull yourself away from your computer and totally disengage from the electronic world. That is the world we're living in today. It is a complete social media world. Everybody is really depending on social media for whatever reason. I feel like, and I know for 100% fact, that if tomorrow we woke up and there was no internet, the world would go absolutely crazy. And I can't actually excuse myself from that because I love getting on YouTube. I don't have social media, but I do like watching videos on YouTube and reading the news and staying up to date on some things that are going on in the world. But if tomorrow we woke up and there was no internet, what would you do? I think that's a great comment to leave below. If you woke up tomorrow and there was no internet, what would you do? Be honest. However, it is imperative that you do just that. Otherwise, you are in danger of frying your brain and burning out. If feeling overwhelmed is your emotional baseline, stressful situations are bound to put you over the edge. Being constantly on does not give your brain the opportunity to rest, de-stress, and recharge, making manageable irritations feel unmanageable. If you're reading this blog, I'm pretty sure our national security is not routing on your availability. Therefore, train yourself and let others know in an appropriate way that you are off the grid for specific periods of time, such as evenings or weekends. That's a great idea. That's a great goal. When you get home, take your shower, check the news, and as soon as you're done checking the news, get off the internet, get off the computer, and just focus on your loved ones. Focus on something positive. Read your Bible, watch some television, get off the internet, get off the grid. And honestly, I've not done it, but I feel like it would help a lot of people. Number 4 is to get sleep. When we are sleep deprived, normal stressors are blown out of proportion, often feeling insurmountable. Following a good night's sleep, that strange stressor experienced when sleep deprived doesn't feel like such a big deal. Take a page from the old milk commercial. Sleep does the body good. Number 5, be active. Physical activity keeps the mind and body healthy. You do not have to train for a triathlon to gain all the wonderful benefits that physical activity has on your health and overall well-being. Simple activities such as walking and climbing stairs get the job done. Physical activity stimulates the vagus nerve, which is a part of the autonomic nervous system that calms the body down, which is necessary for staying calm when under pressure. So staying asleep or getting enough sleep and staying active are two great things. I know I probably get enough sleep. I try to, they don't say for my age and all that, my normal amount of sleep is like 8 hours. I try to get more than that every night. I feel pretty good every morning when I wake up. And my job kind of requires me to stay active. So when I do, I feel good. At the end of the day, when I get home, I feel good. But I'm tired, but I still feel good. I don't feel like down or groggy or anything like that. So getting enough sleep and staying active are really going to help you out. Practice meditation, which is something I've not ever done before, but studies show that meditation helps with stress, blood pressure, and staying calm in stressful situations. Meditation activates alpha brainwaves that relax you, allowing you to mentally distract yourself from the things that are bothering you. Number 7, do not play the victim. When things do not go according to plan, professionally and personally, avoid the woe is me thinking. Playing the victim only adds stress to what is an already stressful situation. Remember, we cannot control all the stressors that appear in our lives, but we can control how we respond to them. Absolutely wonderful. Do not play the victim. If you're going through a situation, don't act like, if you say you're going through a situation and you do something and you know you're in the wrong, whether it's an argument or whatever it is, admit that, it could be your fault. I know it may be easier said than done, but it's true. Number 8, which is something I know for a fact that I could work on, is eat healthy. The blogger says right here that a few years ago, my son introduced me to a book titled It Starts With Food. And the title says it all. Food provides the food and foundation for a healthy brain. A healthy brain is key to staying calm when under duress. Number 9, breathe fully. Breathing provides oxygen to the brain. If the brain is not appropriately oxygenated, it is impossible to stay calm under pressure. The appropriate way to breathe is to inhale deeply, filling your chest and stomach with air, then exhaling slow and deliberately. I've seen those. I'm pretty sure if you Google that online, how to breathe properly, I always hear people like if you breathe in through your nose for like a good 5-6 seconds and hold it for about 5 or 6 seconds, then slowly exhale. It's a good way to just like decompress everything and just to be more stress-free and more calm. So try that out. And number 10, finally, keep it all in perspective. 2 questions I've asked my clients and kids over the years when things go wrong. What is the worst thing that can happen now? And will this make any difference in 2 years? Those are 2 amazing questions I think we should start asking ourselves, especially the last one. If you're going through a situation and you feel like, oh my gosh, blah, 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 and it's just really racking your brain, take 2 seconds and think, will this really matter in 2 years? Will this make a difference in 2 years? And if the answer to that is no, do your best to ignore it and just move on from it. Chances are that the answer to these questions will not incur loss of life. Anything less than that must be kept in perspective. Sure, your boss might yell at you, you might lose a big account, your spouse might be really pissed off, but nobody's going to die. Incorporating the above behaviors into your life will result in having a trained brain that will help you stay calm under pressure. Now we're going to be looking at some biblical sense of this. This is a scientific sense of it. I like to do that in my videos when I'm really trying to do an in-depth video. I like to look at the scientific part of it and then close out with the biblical part of it. And that's what we're going to do now. We're going to look at some Bible verses that talk about staying calm under stress. Now, we as Christians, we're not immune to a completely stress-free life. It would be great, but like I've said so many times before, and I know that you've heard this before as followers of God and children of God, that God will put us through certain situations to mold us and to build us up and to make us better people. Now, We are called to place our anxieties on God, living by faith instead of fear. That is 100% correct, and I couldn't agree with him more. We need to live by, instead of living in fear and living in anxiety and living in stress, we need to place all that on God and know that at the end of the day, no matter what, you've heard me say this before, if you've watched any of my videos or listened to any of my podcasts, you've heard me say that we need to give it all to God and just completely have faith. That's all we can do. Here are a couple Bible verses. First of all, cast your cares on the Lord and he will sustain you. He will never let the righteous be shaken. That's Psalms chapter 55, verse 22. We can look to the Bible verses when stress enters our heart and our mind for peace and reassurance. Anxiety is the lie that God doesn't have a plan for you. Let me say that again. Anxiety is the lie that God doesn't have a plan for you. God does have a plan for you. I don't care who says what says who, anything. God does have a plan for you, and you will go through trials and tribulations and stressful times in your life because God is going to use those to mold you into the perfect child that he wants you to be. It is the lie that he has no control and that he is not able to do more than we could ever imagine. It is the lie that keeps us from trusting in him. It is the lie that keeps our faith from growing. We, as followers in Christ, believe God is sovereign and in control of our lives and has given us all we need in order to live life abundantly. However, we also need to understand that when stress dominates our lives, it's not because we've lost the ability to trust God. It is that because we are not armed with a game plan to counter stress. Just like the Bible instructs us with multiple ways to combat sin, we need to have a game plan for stress as well. Here are a couple scriptures I want to share with you. James chapter 1 verses 2 through 4 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, that whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be matured and complete, not lacking anything." Romans chapter 12 verse 2 says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world." I've heard this scripture so many times. "But be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to trust and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." Now, hearing that, it says right here, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Because every single situation we go through, every stressful time, every trial, every tribulation, that is renewing our mind. When we come through that situation, it is renewing our mind and letting us know that God was completely in control of that situation. Folks, I'm a living, breathing, testifying example of the hell that life can just bestow upon us and come through it. I have been through hell, folks. And let me tell you, when I say hell, I mean short of the pits. The fiery pits of hell. I've been through it and I've come through it. I'm living a good life now. I'm with my family every day. I have a job. I have my own vehicle. I have a wonderful, beautiful audience watching my videos and listening to my podcast. When I was going through that hellacious moments in my life, I never thought this would happen. I never knew that God would bring me to this point. When I was young, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, I was called to be a preacher. My mother and my grandmother, people told them that me, Albert, was called to be a preacher. I never knew that maybe when you first hear, oh, he's going to be a preacher, you think he's going to be standing in front of a church. But maybe this is my church. Maybe you watching this video right now is my church, and this is me preaching. I absolutely love being able to be on this platform, being able to talk to you on YouTube, on my podcast, and I pray to God that someone is able to take something from this in order to strengthen their relationship with God, strengthen their family life, their personal life, their life with themselves. And I hope in any way, one way, some way, that I can help at least one person. If I've helped one person, I have met and surpassed my goal with me making a cast. Let me read you one more verse, guys, before I let you go. I know it's getting kind of long. One of my favorite verses in the whole Bible, John chapter 14, verse 27 says, "Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled. Do not be afraid." Guys, do not be afraid. Do not be troubled. If you're going through a situation, know that God is in control. Have faith. Take 5 minutes and sit down and thank God for every single trial, tribulation, amazing thing, blessing, all the things that are going on in your life. Thank Him for the good, the bad, the ugly, the wonderful, the horrible. Thank Him for every single thing that you're going through in His life. Guys, I promise you, if you do that, you won't be disappointed. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you know anyone that could really listen to this and take something from it and it would help them, please share it. Go right down, like, dislike, share. It's the third button with a little arrow. Hit it and share it with them in whatever way possible. But guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Once again, I do have a podcast called Acast the Podcast, and I will leave a link in the description. I will leave a link in the description for the articles I used for today's research, so you can go do more research yourself if you feel led to. But I hope that everyone is staying safe and healthy, and of course, as always, that you're spreading love, peace, and kindness to everyone around you. Bye, guys.